Greetings, mortals. Welcome to Neshae Reads SCP-055-J. This was requested and judging by the photo included I am quite confused. So let's just get on in this, shall we?
Urgent message from Foundation Mimetic and Cognitohazardous Research Division. Site-wide quarantine is to be initiated as soon as possible. The containment procedures below are to be implemented immediately following full lockdown of Site-19.
Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Personnel are to refrain from entering SCP-055-J Containment Chamber. Personnel that have been exposed to SCP-055-J or report experiencing its anomalous properties are to be given Class C amnestic treatment. Symptoms of SCP-055-J exposure are as follows. Awareness of SCP-055-J's existence. Having no knowledge of SCP-055-J's existence.
Really?
Reports of experiencing nothing out of the ordinary.
To be fair, nothing out of the ordinary at Site-19 is suspicious.
Speaking of SCP-055-J is strictly forbidden, as well as thinking about SCP-055-J and any other sort of activity that would give it any sort of attention whatsoever.
Oops.
To prevent further exposure, it is advised that all personnel refrain from direct eye contact with anything around them and cover their ears when in the presence of anything remotely resembling SCP-055-J. While it is believed that SCP-055-J is kept within a standard containment chamber, this cannot be fully determined due to its anomalous nature. Other possible forms of SCP-055-J's containment have been theorized. An invisible chamber constructed from telechyl alloy. A 5x5x5x5 meter square room. A non-spherical cage. Description: the exact appearance, nature and properties of SCP-055-J are currently unknown. SCP-055-J is believed to be capable of affecting individuals via sensory input, as subjects are incapable of sensing its presence by any means. It is speculated that SCP-055-J actively hides its true nature. The most reasonable conclusion for this is that SCP-055-J is an incredibly hostile entity, possibly of Keter, Apollon or even XK class scenario levels of threat. There's really no way to conclude what this thing is, and I think it's best we just assume the worst. Discovery: SCP-055-J anomalous nature was discovered by the newly appointed Researcher Smalls, Mimetic and Cognitohazardous Research Division, following assignment to the respected anomaly. Researcher Smalls and Assistant Researcher Agno are the first reported subjects to have been exposed to SCP-055-J. It is unknown how many more have been affected. If you are reading this, it may already be too late. May God help us all. Addendum 055-J-2. The following is a log of Researcher Small's initial discovery of SCP-055-J.
Okay, here we are. This is the containment chamber for the new SCP, right?
Yeah, should be.
Both enter the containment chamber of SCP-055-J. It is empty.
Wait, what the hell? Where is it? Did we enter the wrong chamber by mistake?
Yeah, I think so. Come on, let's. No. Wait.
What is it?
What if this is the containment chamber?
What do you mean?
Well, we don't know what this thing is, right? We haven't looked over its notes properly yet. It was our job to write up the description. What if this is what it does?
What are you on about?
What if it's only making us think that it's not here? I mean, we contain all sorts of crazy perception warping things here. What if we're incapable of perceiving it visually? Or that we immediately forget what it looks like the minute we look at it?
Well, that's a scary thought.
Exactly. But what if the moment we turn away, we forget that it even existed? Damn, this thing is tricky.
We could call for help.
But then more people will be drawn in here and affected by it. We can't let anything of the sort happen.
Well, wait, wouldn't something we can't see even when we're looking at it just be nothing? Following that logic, it's everywhere around us.
Researcher Smalls visibly retches, a look of horror overcomes his face.
Oh God. You're right.
Researcher Smalls looks around the chamber in random directions.
You hear that? We know your game. You're not gonna make fools out of us.
No, I mean, what are you doing?
Writing up the containment document. We'll have to do it now before we leave. Otherwise, we'll forget.
Researcher Smalls spends the next several minutes writing the document of SCP-055-J on his laptop while periodically looking around the room. Researcher Agnew returns to the entrance of the chamber.
There. Now everyone will know. We'd better head over for amnestics. Who knows what sort of mimetic effects this thing has had on us.
Smalls. I think you should.
Researcher Smalls hurries out of SCP-055-J's containment chamber. Researcher Agnew looks back at the front of the chamber door before sighing and following. On the front of the chamber is a sign reading Janitorial Closet 055 closed for maintenance. Note: at the time of writing, there have been a total of 19 documented cases of Researcher Small discovery of SCP-055-J.